But anyways, so after this crucial event in January, I fell into a depression. Um, I don't even know if it was sudden or I don't know when it had happened, but everything just started to feel so meaningless. And things that used to bring me joy just stopped mattering. Like masters, I didn't care about that. I didn't do anything to help me get there. I didn't save up money. Obviously, I couldn't because I wasn't earning any and I was just living off the money that I earned by then. And I was really struggling mentally, physically. I was trying to distract myself by dancing, by watching shows, by reading books, but nothing worked. And somehow I don't remember anything from like first half of 2025. Like I remember events, but I don't remember me from those events. Do you get what I mean? And that's really sad because obviously I remember my birthday. My birthday is on February 12th. And I invited my friends. Actually, before that, like if I was still earning money, I would probably go to the club with them, like enjoy, because I was turning 21, which is an official age from when I can start drinking. Although I was drinking before that. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. After I was fired, not really, I didn't become an alcoholic, but I just started drinking more than before. And before that, I only drank like 3 times throughout like 2 years. Yeah, that's it. And luckily, the store, well, not really luckily, the stores around the area where I lived didn't really ask for my ID because before that, I used to go there with my sister who is over 21, so she bought the alcohol and I was like always with her. So they kind of associated me with being around her age, so maybe that's why they didn't ask, because I remember seeing them ask other people, and to be honest, they obviously looked underage, so that makes sense. Well, I was 20, so it's not really a problem, but plus I had a birthday like a month later, so it's not really a problem. But yeah, I got into drinking a bit, and my birthday went pretty well. I invited my friends to the apartment that I was living in, and we talked, we played games all night, and it was just really so much fun. Like I took a break from depression. I don't know if it's possible, but they made me feel so much better. And I remember a video of Miranda Ray where she was talking about the fact that when she meets her friends, she's like, oh my god, love is great. Like, why was I even stressing about anything? And then she gets home and then it hits her like, oh, so that was just a distraction. That was just a lie you were telling to yourself. So yeah, I think I was just lying to myself, but it's true that I had a lot of good time. But it's also true that fun couldn't fix my problems. And I remember one day I was talking to my sister, and we've been talking almost every day, but like I actually cried in front of her and I said, like, I'm struggling. Like, it's really hard for me. I can't find a job. I can't, like, maybe I could find a job, but it wouldn't be something that I want. And it everything felt so empty. I felt empty. I didn't know who I was anymore. And that's the big thing throughout 2024 and 2025, but especially in 2025. Like I almost lost an image that I had of myself. Like I had no idea who I was. I had no idea what I was doing. I was doing stuff that the image of me wouldn't do. Like my whole life until I turned 20, I had such a clear image of myself. I had a certain flaws. I had my likes, my dislikes. I had my morals, and I had some certain rules about me and my life and about people around me. And if they broke them, they would be out of my life. Like, and I kind of miss that version of me, but at the same time, like, I don't. I miss that version of me when I'm sad about people hurting me, because at the time people couldn't hurt me. You know why? Because I didn't really love them that much. I didn't love anyone besides me. And that's kind of why I had that many rules. Because in reality, you can't do that, can you? It's not love if it's based on rules. Anyways, like, I lost that version of me and I was lost. I didn't know what I was doing. I was drinking, and I used to hate people who drink because my dad is like becomes crazy when he's drunk, and I hated people who drink, even though in reality most people don't act like that when they're drunk. The world isn't as how I viewed it when I was a kid. My parents aren't the entire world, and my parents' behavior isn't a description of how people act. And obviously for kids it is. Like, they view the world through their inner circle of people, and that's just not the case. People can drink to have fun and just go to sleep. And that's what I am, to be honest. Well, not really, because I usually drink when I'm sad, because I want to have fun, because I want to lie to myself that everything's fine. And that's not fully the case either, because I do want to have fun. Like, I drink when I'm with my group mates because I don't really like them. I don't like them. I'm not gonna have fun with them if I don't drink, because they're so boring. I know that's rude. I know that's very rude, but they're just not my people, and we don't have the chemistry. I don't hate. I just don't understand when people say, oh yeah, we just don't have that much in common. And that's the point. I think it doesn't matter if you have stuff in common. It's just about chemistry. And chemistry isn't just a thing between two people who are romantically involved with each other. It's about everyone else. You can have chemistry with your platonic friends. And to be honest, it's even more important to have chemistry with your friends rather than with a romantic partner, because a romantic partner isn't really gonna stay there forever. At least that's how I view it. Like, you're not sure if they're gonna stay with you forever. You're not. If you say that to yourself, you're lying. If you say to someone you are in a romantic relationship with, that you are going to love them forever, you know you're lying. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. But if you say that you are going to love your friend forever, that's true. Because you are. Because there is honestly not so many things in life that they can do to make your friendship fall apart. Or maybe I just view this because I prioritize my friendships so much. Maybe that's just how I view it, but I think for the most case that's how it should be. Because friends are your family. Family that you built on your own, besides your obvious blood born into family. But yeah, okay, so in February, my brother's birthday, or what the fuck, my brother's wedding occurred, and I went home for that event, and I felt so much love and appreciation there that I haven't felt in a while. And I wanted to stay so much because I was having so much trouble. I had so much stress and anxiety, and I had fucking no money. I didn't have money for like 2 months, but I made it. And I was so proud of myself. And then I thought, oh yeah, because my mom was also talking about some financial issues that they were having because of the wedding, and because my mom wasn't working at the time. Well, I think she's still not working, but anyways, that's not the point. So they were having financial issues, so I thought, oh, because I really wanted to tell her that I'm struggling and I want to go home, but I didn't want to be selfish. So I went back to my apartment in the other city. And reality just hit me because I was at the end of my financial stability. Like, I didn't have no money left, and I realized, like, what the fuck is this selflessness coming from? Like, you need help, girl, and you're not stupid. You're not going to ask people to help you out with that. You have your family, and even if it's embarrassing to go back, it's still the best option you have. So I was still too bratty and embarrassed to call my parents, so I called my brother, like literally the day or two after his wedding, and I told him that I am struggling and I need help. So, and he was so supportive about that. He literally said, like, of course I'm going to help you, like, no matter what. You're my sister, you're my blood, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering because I want to cry, but I don't want to cry. So yeah, he was really supportive, and I really felt that love that I felt like I didn't have anymore for the longest period of time. And I felt so loved and appreciated. So he went to talk to my mother, and then she called me and she was like, of course, come back home, honey. Like, we're going to send you the money for the apartment, pay your part for the month ahead, and just come back home. So I did exactly that, but the hardest part was to leave my sister, my friend, there alone. And even though it was obvious I was struggling, and it was obvious she was going to be hurt by me leaving, because I promised her that I would live with her for at least a year, and I couldn't keep that promise. I couldn't. I told her that I'm leaving, and I didn't just say that. I packed up my bags. She came back home and she saw the bags, and she was so hurt. She asked me why I'm doing this. I said that I'm struggling, that I'm depressed, and that I want to go home. And at first she closed off, because that's how she reacts to things that upset her. She was like, oh yeah, whatever, and then she went to bed early. We weren't talking, but then her best friend and my close friend. She texted me. She was like, "What's going on?" And we talked a bit, and then she talked to my sister, and she kind of made us talk to each other for a bit. And we had a conversation, which is probably the most heartbreaking and the most vulnerable I've been with her. And maybe the most vulnerable she was with me, because we, of course, we share like our deep, sad moments, but we usually share it in a joking manner or when it's already gone and done with. And we're just kind of reminiscent of the past. But this time, like, it was at the moment. Like, we were hurt at the moment, and we were talking right when it happened, and we were the reason why we were hurting each other. But mostly I was hurting her. But and anyway, we talked, and she said the most precious and the most depressing thing that I've ever heard. Because I was like describing that I was having financial problems and that I wouldn't be able to pay off for the apartment. And she was like, "Well, I can pay for you. Like, I don't care, I can pay." And I was like, "No, I can't ask you to pay for me. Like, it's not right. I can't ask you for the money. You're not my parent. You're not supposed to be taking care of me." But then she said, "I care more. Like, losing money isn't going to hurt me as much as losing you." And oh gosh, that broke my heart. And that was the last words we spoke to each other in a while. So I moved away in the morning. She went to work. I went home, and yeah, that hurt. And we didn't talk for a while after that. But in any case, I was home, and things started to feel a little better. I found a job in like a week or two. I think I found a job in a week, for real. Like, I'm so G, I'm so cool. No, but I hated the idea of working in a bank, but I still went anyways because, to be honest, it was a good option. But the problem is that they asked me to take off my piercing, my eyebrow piercing, and it's gone now. It used to be here. And the thing is, a lot of places that I went to and I wanted to work at in the other city, they were also asking me to take off my piercing for a job, and I didn't. I was too high and mighty about that, and I still am kind of, but I needed to prove my parents that it's not about me not being worthy of a job. It was about a place, it was about the city. Like, I wanted to put all of that blame onto something else and to show them that, like, oh, finding a job is easy for me. Like, I'm not going to be a burden on y'all. I'm not going to be asking around for money. Like, just the fact that y'all let me into the house is enough for me, and you being around me is enough for me. And that was a good choice. So yeah, I started working there, and the salary was pretty high, and I was also paying for my mom's credit for a while. I was also still trying to apply for the universities for my master's, and at first I was still like a little depressed, but after a while it like became a little better, I guess. Like, I was actively trying to find myself. But in reality, I wasn't trying to find myself. I was trying to build an image for everyone else to see. And if everyone else saw me a certain way, maybe that would build my new image in my head as well. So I started to imitate a lot of the Effie Stoneham lifestyle and like Skins lifestyle. Like I was going out a lot, I was going to the club, I was drinking. Yeah, I started talking to my group mates a lot more because like I didn't want to just sit around and drink alone because that's a little sad. Although I did that too. But yeah, my group mates are probably the only people that I know of that drink, like drink, and it wouldn't be weird to drink around them, even though they were a little weirded out at first because I was judging so hard at first when they just met me. But yeah, I started drinking and meeting with them, and then in May, like in May, I started to feel a little tired because I wasn't sleeping all night. I was out. I was like going out all the time, and like in the morning I had to go to work. So like that lifestyle was really sucking the life and energy out of me. And one night I decided to go with my friend and her husband to go see the sunrise. So I didn't sleep all night. And at 4 in the morning, we witnessed the sunrise. And then I went home. I think I slept for like 5 hours, maybe at most. And then the same day, I was supposed to meet with my group mates. My best friend, who is also my group mate, didn't come. I don't remember why, but she decided not to come. And my ex was also one of my group mates, so I saw him for the first time after the breakup, and we broke up in like May or June in 2024, so it's been a year by that time. A long time, if you ask me. So I was fully over him. Turns out he wasn't. But to be honest, that's not really an important part in this discussion, but the fact is that he apologized for ever upsetting me, and I also apologized if I was ever toxic to him, even though I didn't think I was at the time. But I still apologized because I knew that was the right thing to do. It wasn't like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I want to get back together. No, I was just like, I'm sorry I didn't like clear up the situation because we never said out loud that we are breaking up. We just kind of went our separate ways because I said that, oh, I guess life is going to be taking us in different directions. That's right. We're going to be parting ways soon. I think it was like a line that L from Death Note said to Light Yagami before his death. So I used this line to like insinuate that we're not going to see each other again, or at least not in a romantic sense. But we never like said we're breaking up actually until May of this year. So yeah. Anyways, the same night that I was meeting up with my group mates, we were sitting at a bar, we were playing a game, and there was this guy. He was working there. So he came up to us with a menu in his hands, and he was like serving us. And when I saw him for the first time, I thought I saw an angel. I thought, oh gosh, am I drunk? But I wasn't drunk at the moment. Like I did drink, like during the night, like during the sunrise, but it was a lot of hours ago. So, and I thought maybe I was daydreaming or something because he was so beautiful. maybe he is still beautiful. I have no idea where he is. Anyways, so I saw him and I was like, why is he so beautiful? But like, as always, I was just like looking at him from afar. I wasn't really making a move or anything. Like, I didn't do any of that. So on one of the game breaks, my group mates went out to smoke, and I decided to stay and order some vodka because I didn't want to order vodka in front of them. I just wanted to drink it alone, you know. I didn't want to seem like I was depressed. Like, I just want to drink a little cocktail and look like I'm having fun. But yeah, I did order a vodka, and he was the one serving me. So he was like, he came up to me with the menu, and I was like, I will get 2 shots of vodka. And he was like, what? I was like, 2 shots of vodka. And he was like, do you want anything else? So he like meant that maybe I wanted a cola or something to make it a little easier to digest. But I was like, no, I'll get 2 shots of vodka. And I sounded so unsure because I think that was the first time I ever drank vodka. And I didn't know that it sounded crazy. Like, even for an average person that drinks all the time, like, it's not, people don't do that. And I was stupid, and I was scared that I was sounding stupid because I didn't want to look stupid in front of him. But yeah, I ordered, and he brought 2 shots of vodka. And then he came up really close to my ear, and he said, by the way, I love your outfit, or like, you look really good in that outfit, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what he said. But yeah, that was that was something, yes. So I was like, whoa, is he flirting with me? Like, what was that? Like, and I obviously, usually when I have a crush on someone, I usually just stay away because love is weakness. But I was like, this is new me, this is new version of me. I'm not scared. I'm the shit. I'm the coolest, I'm the hottest. Like, to be honest, I always thought I was the coolest and hottest. And I'm just saying that maybe I was like trying to act out that I'm the new person and I'm not scared and I can get whatever guy I want. So I drank the 2 shots of vodka, and I think I also drank something else, like 2 more cocktails or something. And at the end of the night, when the game was over, almost over, I came up to him. He was just standing like on his phone or something. And then when I came up to him, he was like flabbergasted that I came up to him. Like, he was such a loser or something. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, can you give me your Instagram? And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the most stupid thing I've ever done. Well, maybe not the most, maybe some of the things that came after that, but none of that would have happened if I just stayed far away from that man. So he gave me his Instagram. It was private, so I guess that's why he said like, I'm going to text you first. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't understand. I think I still don't understand what that meant. What was that about? Maybe he just wanted to take the lead, at least in something. I don't know. That's the impression that I got from that interaction. But anyways, I went home that night and I decided not to check my DMs. I saw that I had 2 notifications and I was like, whatever, like, I don't want to hope for anything, because previously there were some instances where guys took my Instagram and then we just never spoke again. So I thought maybe it would be the same thing. Like, sure, why not? Like, he gave me his Instagram and that was enough for me. That was enough for me. He complimented my outfit. I was the shit. I had fun, and I thought that was great. That's it. I don't really need a continuation because I never knew what was supposed to be in the continuation after that. But yeah, I woke up to two texts. Two texts. One of them is from my ex, saying all this stuff like, "Do you want to get back together?" and shit. The second text was from that guy from the bar. I don't remember what he said. I think he said just like, "Hi, this is me, and like I wanna make sure you had me that time, but you looked really beautiful." And Riz, yeah, I totally folded in that moment, but I was like, sure, let's talk a bit. So we talked for like 2 days, and then he promised to meet me. He didn't keep the promise. Well, he didn't promise to meet me. He said that he would text me a little later to come pick me up or something. I don't remember. I was blacked out for the most time. So we talked for like 2 weeks, and then we decided to meet. I decided to meet him. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to be passing by the place you work at, so like maybe if it's around the time you are going out, then maybe we could meet." And he was like, "Sure, why not?" No, he was like a little more happy about that, but whatever. So yeah, I went there and he came running towards me. Of course he did. Like, look at me. Look at me. So yeah, we did meet. And to be honest, by that time, like, I almost forgot what he looked like, because the day I met him, I drank a lot and I was also really sleepy. I was really exhausted. So I wasn't sure if what I saw of him was correct. So I wasn't sure what he actually looks like when I'm sober. So, but he looked even more beautiful because he wasn't in his uniform, he was in his style, and his style is T. His style is 10 out of 10. Metal, Vogue, fashion. Anyways, so we did meet, and it was obvious that he wanted to look right to impress me. But anyways, like, I don't want to like get into too much of details, but I was acting like a fucking fan the whole night. I was like hiding my face. I wasn't talking that much, and I was really shy. He's also like, it was obvious that he's an introvert, but he was talking more than me, so like you can tell by how little I was talking. And I was like apologizing all the time because I was hiding, and like I was making up bullshit lies that like, oh, I'm hiding because light hurts my eyes and shit like that. That was such a bullshit, but whatever. Like, I didn't want to say that I'm shy because you are so hot. Like, what the fuck? I'm not going to say that because I thought, oh, he's obviously aware that he's gorgeous. So I didn't want to like up his ego. But yeah. Anyways, we were talking, we were walking, and then we went into the dark part of the park. We went into the dark part of the park because he said he was like, oh yeah, the light hurts your eyes, so maybe we should go to that side. It was literally pitch dark, like cinema lights off type of dark. We sat on the bench and he was flirting, and it was really obvious he wanted to kiss me, and he should have. Like, I wouldn't mind, But I think he wanted a bit more than that because he was complimenting my body a lot, and he was like saying stuff like, "Oh, do you have shorts under your skirt?" I'm like, what kind of question is that? Like, obviously, we're talking about our passion for fashion, our outfits, but like, what kind of question is that? Like, this is scary because before that, he was also talking about the fact that he likes fighting, like, he likes physical pain and also inflicting physical pain on other people. And I was also already terrified by that, so I was like a little wary of him. And when he said that, I was like totally freaked out, so I was like starting to look at my watch, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe we should go, because I also had job the next morning and it was already like 3 a.m. So I needed to go home, but he didn't give a shit about that. He didn't give 2 cents about that. So yeah, that was already like 3 red flags that I picked out. So he left his motorbike on the way, so I was like, I can walk you to your motorbike and then I will order a taxi back home. He was like, of course, sure, let's go. We went there and I started ordering a taxi. Then it came and I was like, he like came close to me and I was like, oh shit. And then I hugged him. And then taxi came and I just ran toward the taxi, and then I turned around and he was like, oh, I thought you were going to kiss me. Like, what the fuck? Like, who in their right mind would say that shit? Who in their right mind would say that? So I was really like, it sounded like he was blaming me for not kissing him, so that kind of shook me off. But I was still like I'm describing those things that he said and did that were obviously bad. Like, it was huge red signs that I shouldn't give him a chance. But like, every time he said those things, I looked over at his face and he was shining like a fucking angel. So I didn't care. Like, I was acting like a fan throughout the whole night. Then I went home and I fucking started hysterically crying. I felt so worthless. I felt so insecure for the first time. And like, I never acted this shy. Like, I never acted shy, period, in front of anyone. I was never shy in front of anyone. Like, even when I was alone, like, I never experienced that. So I was like feeling really stupid and insecure. Like, that's not me. I felt so ugly compared to him. Like, why was I comparing myself to him? That was weird. And that's like a theme in my relationship to him, like how I was viewing him and what I was feeling, because it was genuinely purely based on his physique and appearance. Because personality wise, he's trash. Like, when we were texting for like 2 weeks, I was the only subject of our conversation, because I would ask him questions, like very deep and intriguing questions, that to find out what type of person he is, and his answers would be the most bland shit I've ever heard. Like, it felt like he just copied the answer from ChatGPT. Like, what am I supposed to say to make that girl like me? And it was obvious that he had no personality, and most of the time he would just redirect the questions to me, and that's it. And he would also like always say stuff like, oh, are you okay? Like, do you want me to come over to your house? Like, what the fuck? No. Like, even before we met, he was saying that he wanted to come to my house when I was sick. Because, first of all, I have my family. He knew that. He knew I have a family. Second of all, I've never Like, I don't know you. Why the fuck would I allow you into my house? And third of all, it was so obvious. You just wanted to sleep with me. Like, what the fuck, girl? Like, I realized it. I knew that. I was also talking to ChatGPT. Yeah, I was texting ChatGPT about this whole situation, and ChatGPT was betraying me. He was betraying me. He was saying so many nice things about him. I don't know why, because I was like constantly asking ChatGPT to tell me that this guy's a red flag and that I should stay away. But he wouldn't. He wouldn't tell me that. I don't know why. I feel like ChatGPT is like run by like evil people or something. I don't know, man.